Aggressive cuts are stupid, and the reason why they get pushed so much is because people love instant gratification, and also because instant gratification sells. Like I've talked about a few times on this channel, a lot of fitness coaches, not myself included, are gonna promise you guys things and say things to you guys just to sell, because obviously things sell. Oh, get a six pack in 30 days, lose 60 pounds in 2 weeks. Build your dream body in 30 minutes a week. Like just shit like that. I'll never say stuff like that. But people will say stuff like that because people want to sell you things. Aggressive cuts are stupid. If you guys are subscribed to the channel, then you guys have seen me a few weeks ago when I was cutting, or I'm still cutting right now, but a few weeks ago, I had ran into some sleep issues. I wasn't in a aggressive cut on paper, but I was in a cut that was a little bit too aggressive for me, even though I wasn't like looking to lose a whole bunch of weight a week. But that's what happens when your cut's too aggressive, especially when you're already lean. You know, you could get away with stuff like that when you're a little bit fatter, but even if you're super fat, you don't want to do an aggressive cut. So I don't want to make this video too long. You guys know I'm very passionate about fitness, very passionate about cutting body fat too, as I've lost over 75 pounds. But I don't want to make this video too long, but I do want you guys to know that aggressive cuts are stupid. They should not be done by anybody, whether you're fat looking to get lean or whether you're lean looking to get shredded, male or female. They cause issues along the way that are avoidable. And also because a lot of us want to sustain the level of leanness that we get to, the way that we get lean matters, which is why I had to go back and fix my structure. You want to have a structure that allows for you to be able to get to where you want to get to and stay at where you're getting to, especially if you're not looking to hop on stage. We're not looking to cut the 4% body fat and then, excuse me, and then gain some body fat back, right? To like when we get off stage like bodybuilders do. We're looking to just get healthier over time and revamp our lifestyle, right? So the way you get lean matters. Aggressive cuts cause you to get in too deep of a deficit. Let's just define what an aggressive cut is. It really depends on who you're talking to, because like for me, at my current state of leanness, anything over 1.5 pounds is aggressive. But if you're 400 pounds, 1.5 pounds is not aggressive. Maybe for you, it might be like anything over like 3.5 pounds. So it really does matter. There's actually like percentages of like how much of your body weight you should be losing a week. But even some of those are, I've seen some of those multipliers, and some of those are even quite aggressive. Our goal should be to keep muscle. First of all, we should all be looking to have some muscle on our frame, even if we're not bodybuilding or doing anything crazy. Muscle is good. We should all be looking to have some muscle on our frame. Our goal should be able to keep that muscle that we do currently have on our frame while we're losing body fat, if not gain muscle. And the more aggressive your cut is, the harder it's going to be to do these things. These things are possible. It is definitely possible to gain muscle / retain muscle and lose fat at the same time. But the more aggressive your calorie deficit is, the harder it should be. Now, first, I want to speak to the people who aren't fat and are not severely underweight, which is, it's not a lot of people, honestly, but it should be most of us, right? Most of us, we shouldn't be severely overweight. We shouldn't be severely underweight. The more close you are to like your body weight that you should be at, you're not severely underweight, you're not severely overweight, the least aggressive your bulks and cuts should be. The least aggressive you should be above your maintenance, your caloric maintenance, and below your caloric maintenance. You should always be hovering a little bit above, a little bit below, depending on your goals. You want to put on a little bit more size, get a little bit above maintenance. You want to trim down, lose a little bit of body fat, but you're already in good shape. You just want to trim down like I am, get a little bit below maintenance. You don't want to be making these crazy jumps because you don't have enough wiggle room to play with. You don't. Like, I'm too lean to be in a super deep caloric deficit, but want to retain muscle, but want to retain performance in the gym, but want to retain good hormones and stuff like that. And I'm also not underweight enough to where being in a huge caloric surplus, like over 300 or over 500, would do me any good. Now, if I was 6'2", 110, would I be like, oh, we'll get a 200 calorie surplus? No. At that point, you could do like a 500, maybe even like a 750 calorie surplus, maybe probably like 500 calorie surplus if I was like severely underweight. Now, if I was 6'2", 250, would I be like getting a 200 calorie deficit? No. At that point, I could get into like a 750 calorie deficit. You get me? So, but because I'm 6'2", and I don't know my exact weight right now, but I'm in like the low 180s more than likely, and I'm looking to get into about the low 170s, right? Getting my waist nice and tight, get into that single digit body fat, which is what I'm doing right now. A slight deficit is all I need. No extremes. But the reason why we opt for extremes is because we want things now. But I want you guys to know that if you just buckle up and put in the proper inputs to lose the fat, you get into a sustainable deficit. You'll get there properly. You won't get there feeling like shit every day. And when you get there, you won't rebound up. Most people who lose weight, who lose body fat, put it back on. And some people put it even more back on than they had before. And to me, what is that saying? It's saying, number one, that they didn't change their mindset around food, around nutrition, around fitness, health, and lifestyle. And number two, that they weren't in something that was sustainable for them. Their structure wasn't sustainable, because if it was a sustainable structure, then they would still be sustaining it. So obviously it wasn't sustainable. Aggressive cuts. People looking to lose. I be seeing some crazy shit. People losing 30 pounds in a month, 40 pounds in 6 weeks, like just crazy stuff. And then people want to complain about why they have stretch marks. People want to complain about losing muscle. People want to complain about brain fog, about feeling lightheaded, about poor hormones, poor blood work, all of these things that people complain about. And it's usually because they're looking to do things way too fast. Slow down. Slow down. And the way that they get a lot of you guys is because around this time, the sun's out. Oh, well, get your summer body, lose 40 pounds in 6 weeks, and then you fail. And then it's the same people that'll come back next spring looking to do an aggressive cut. The whole time you've been in 3-4 years in and out of an aggressive cut, just fucking up your metabolism and your hormones and everything. Your body doesn't want to do these crazy cycles where 1 week you're eating 1,500 calories and then the next week you're eating 7,000 because your body's looking to get those nutrients back up. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to, like, if your maintenance is 3,000 and you cut down to 1,600 for 2-3 weeks, and then which is really bad for metabolic health, and then you go up to 5,000 because your body's looking to replenish all those nutrients and food and macros that you are missing from eating too low, and you keep doing that, not only are you not having a healthy, stable metabolism, fucking up your digestion, your body doesn't know what's coming next, but you're also not seeing that if you would have just ate 2650, right, at a 3K maintenance, if you would have done that for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you would have already got to your goal. But instead, you're in these crazy cycles looking to aggressive cut. And these creators, they talk about aggressive cuts because it appeases to people's mindsets around instant gratification. This is the same reason why they talk about building your dream body with 30-minute workouts once a week. Same reason they talk about, I've seen dudes promise that if you join their program, you'll put on 20 pounds of lean muscle in 6 weeks. Like, just crazy shit. Trying to sell stuff. Lying to people. Now, I'm not going to act like aggressive cuts don't work, but are they the smartest option? No. You could argue that they might be easier for people who have more fat, but then again, the definition of aggressive is not objective. It's kind of subjective. Now, again, if you have more fat, yes, you can get away with a more aggressive cut. But regardless, I don't put any of my clients in a super aggressive cut. I don't put myself in an aggressive cut. I was in a cut, like I just mentioned earlier in this video, I was in a cut a few weeks ago. I'm still in a cut right now, but I was in a steeper deficit a few weeks ago that I didn't think was aggressive, but my body was telling me that it was too aggressive, obviously because I was having sleep issues. So I had to fix my structure. Had to get even less steep because I am very active, so my body does require a lot of food to keep me going throughout the day. This is the only time I'm gonna be sitting down today. It's the only time I'm gonna sit down all day until after I take a shower before I go to sleep. And that's another video I want to talk about, TDE maxing, which I think is funny. But I want to talk about just expending more calories. I'll talk about that sometime next week. But please stop doing aggressive cuts, guys. This is coming from a man. I've been fat. I've been 250 pounds fat. I've been 9-10% body fat too, and I'm getting back down there. I know what I'm talking about. I've perma bulked and I've underate. Extremes aren't good in fitness. Extremes are not good. You don't want to be doing extremes on either end. Crazy surpluses, crazy deficits. Please be smart, guys, because a lot of people don't think that being lean is sustainable. I've proven that it's sustainable. A lot of people online have proven that it's sustainable with proper structure. I'm getting shredded, and I want to prove to you guys that being shredded, being below 10% body fat, is sustainable as well. And for women, add 10%. I want to prove to you guys that being below 18 to 20% body fat is sustainable for women. Now, I'm not a woman, but I just want to prove to everybody that being shredded is sustainable. I want to show you guys that's the next step in my journey. All right. A lot of people don't think that these certain feats are sustainable, and the reason why is because their structure isn't sustainable. And this is what I help people build. So if you're looking for structure around your training, around nutrition, you can look in the description. I have custom training programs, custom nutrition programs, and also a full 16-week, 4-month one-on-one coaching program by yours truly, Randall Branch. If you want to work with me, guys, I'm very knowledgeable with this fitness stuff. I've made a lot of mistakes. And I'm here to help you guys not make those same mistakes. And one of those mistakes is being an aggressive cut. I've had to lose over 75 pounds. I know what it means to lose a lot of body fat. Right now, I'm getting down. I have another 10, 15 pounds to lose to get shredded. I know what it means to just need to take it to the next step and trim down. I can tell you in both of those situations, an aggressive deficit is not smart. I would be having stretch marks. I would have lost muscle. I would have had all these issues, probably would have rebounded back my weight if I lost those 75, 80 pounds in a shorter amount of time than I did. But I didn't. I took a whole year to lose those 75 pounds. Some people that lose their 75 pounds in 4 months, 5 months, but then they gain another 20 and they lose 10 and they gain 30 and they're just yo-yoing. I haven't yo-yoed. I'm getting even sharper. And it's because I opted for a sustainable deficit. I didn't rush the process. I didn't chase instant gratification. The mindset about self-development has to be able to cross over to other areas of life. The same way that you don't chase instant gratification with your business, with career, is the same way you don't chase it with fitness. It's the same way you don't chase it in dating and relationships. Slow and steady wins the race. All these old sayings, slow and steady wins the race. I can't think of any more right now, but like those old school sayings, they're there for a reason, man. Just take your time, be smart. If you need help, check the description. Again, aggressive cuts are stupid. Please stop chasing instant gratification. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video, and on Sunday we'll have our week 8 physique and mindset update for me going from lean to shredded. I appreciate you guys. Again, check the description if you need my help. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.